the core of the problem of repetitive lineups, for example, in bigger German festivals, is that there's a decline in supporting young newcomer acts and building them up to be future headliners.
We have a rule that the artists only play 3 years in a row. And that's because first years maybe they're very small and the audience discover them. And the next year they go bigger. And the third year they, the audience knows them, so they draw a lot of attention. But after that we say that you have done your stuff now. I mean, you should not, because otherwise we get the same bands over and over and over again.
Of course, if you are mainly booking the old same huge bands every time, but you're not supporting, and that can be festivals, but also the whole industry. If you're not supporting newcomers and building them up to be the headlines of the future, then you will always have to book Metallica for Rock am Ring Festival.
And what happened in Sweden was the big festivals, they go bigger and bigger and bigger, and suddenly these small stages where they had unknown, oncoming acts that I love to go and see, they took them off and put big stage. I mean, there was suddenly even the biggest names were on the smaller stages, and then suddenly it becomes uninteresting for new artists to go there because they can't go on that festival. So they will tell their friends, I won't be playing there. So the friends are, why should we go there? Of course, Foo Fighters is playing. Yeah, but I saw Foo Fighters on the normal club. I don't want to go there. So as long as you don't have the stages for smaller bands, you're gonna die. My biggest bands that I like the most, like Hoshiko from Mexico, that was on a small stage on these big festivals. I had never heard of them, but since I paid the price, I will go and discover new things, and that's what people want to do. If all the bands are already known things, it's not that interesting any longer. You're not there. I mean, if I want to see a certain band, well, I will go on Foo Fighters when they have their gig in Stockholm, and I will see Foo Fighters. That's okay.
Smaller indie festivals are, I think, becoming popular or more popular because they are in their structure. It's more easy for them to adapt to what's going on. Some of them are building up a very nice atmosphere for the concert goer, which is not only standing in front of a huge stage and having tons of sponsors around you and beer tents, but creating a whole atmosphere which makes the festival weekend an experience in itself and not only experiencing music.